Good day, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Hammer D20, the show that tries to spice up its autumn season with a dash of nutmeg in its coffee. I mean, that's pretty much all that pumpkin spice really is. It's kind of disappointing when you think about it. There's no pump in this coffee. Ah ha 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 ha! Anyway, my name is Stephen Sobot, and I'm not a hack. Today we're going to explore one of the most historic parts of Hamilton, the Hamilton Cemetery. Located at 777 York Boulevard, directly across the street from Dundurn Castle, is the oldest public burial ground in Ontario, situated just on the edge of Burlington Heights at the isthmus between Cootes Paradise and Hamilton Harbour. The cemetery is home to many of the founders and builders of not only Hamilton, but of Ontario as a whole. And as you enter the cemetery, you'll realize that you're overwhelmed with the history of Canada around you. So many stories that could be told through these stones. If only someone collected said stories and histories and gave tours about it on a weekly basis. On an unrelated note, I spoke with Robin McKee, head tour guide of Stories in the Stones, the tour service that occurs at the Hamilton Cemetery, where he's been collecting the stories and histories over the last 20 years of the Hamilton Cemetery. I spoke to him about it, about his tours, and what you can expect if you were to visit the cemetery during his tours. Stephen, let's go talk to him and give him a call.
My name is Robin McKee, ROBIN MCKEE. I've become, after my retirement from CHCH. I worked there for 31 years as an audio man, and now I do what my passion is, and that is history. This is where I came up with an idea to teach people their local history 20 years ago. And I came to the city with this idea that, how about if I do a tour of the cemetery, a historical tour? And the manager went, yeah, let's do it. And 20 years ago, I started doing the tours, and they're going strong still. I've added tours as we went along. I now have 12 separate themed tours, and some of those are the women's tour, the Masonic tour, the Firsts of Hamilton, the old mayor's tour. Yeah, what did they do and who are they and what did they do for us, right? You can never remember them, yeah. Right? And I also have the 1812 tour. I also honor the firemen of Hamilton who have died saving our lives and our property. So I honor people too with that. And the women's tour is very important to me because it's Victorian women who weren't considered people. They were chattel, almost like slaves. And so the idea is that these are women that did something extraordinary for Hamilton in a time when they were not allowed to. Tours started in the second week of September this year of 21. And we're going to go to the second week in November, which I believe is the 13th. This week is the American Civil War. And that I got a great story there. That I found a black Civil War veteran from Hamilton here in his cemetery. He was in an unmarked grave, and George Bush, the President of the United States, sent me a tombstone for him. The next 2 weeks after that are Veterans Tour. I do a Remembrance Day for the first tour of veterans, and then half of the rest of the tour. And then the last tour of the season is all the veterans of all the wars that Hamiltonians participated in. And all the people that are buried in the Hamilton Cemetery had their life here in the city and did something and basically it's a secret in the cemetery. You don't know what they did in their lifetime. And so I have researched it over 20 years, and I can't do every stone. There's 70,000 souls here, right? And so basically I have about 180 biographies, basically, of what they did in their lifetime.
But something that comes up, especially during October and Halloween, is that it kind of has the theme of like almost like spookiness. But this tour doesn't really have that, right?
No, absolutely not. I'm a historian. I do not do ghosts, and I believe that a cemetery or a graveyard is not haunted. It cannot be haunted if you believe in ghosts, because usually it's a 3-day mourning with the body, and then 3 days after the person has passed, the body comes to the cemetery and is buried to be rest in peace. And so basically this is not where any of these people died. And if you believe in ghosts, when they die is when the spirit leaves the body. So the spirit that would be the ghost would be where they died. Gotcha. So this is a sanctuary for resting in peace. So what you're talking about, scariness and Halloween, that's Hollywood and Stephen King.
Yourself, why the fascination with history? What kind of attracts you to it?
I had a really good history teacher in high school, and he kind of prompted me along, and he knew I was a little off. Even then, he's the one that kind of pushed me towards learning more and more of history, and I remembered him, to the day. And when you have a good teacher, it does give you that promise of something in the future.
So you just published a new book that relates to the graveyard tour. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's called Gone But Not Forgotten, and that is an epitaph here in the Hamilton Cemetery, off a tombstone, and it's one of my favorite monuments because it's a hybrid of stone, zinc, and glass. What it is that because of the 12 tours, I couldn't put them all into one book because it'd be too heavy and too big. And so what I did was I thought I best do it as 4 books, and that way I could have 3 tours in 4 books. And so the first book that I did was The War of 1812, and that's fascinating because most people do not know that the War of 1812 fort is still in the cemetery. Oh. And it is preserved in the cemetery because it became a cemetery. Yeah, so it was never flattened out. It was just incorporated into the cemetery.
They built a cemetery around it.
Yeah, they put the cemetery around the fort. So basically I'm sitting right on the fort right now. Behind me is the fort. And not the stone, I mean, but the dirt. And that's the first chapter. The second chapter is the disaster tour, and that's very long. So I put a natural break in the tour so that if you got tired doing part 1, you can do part 2 at another time. So there's really 4 tours in the first book. And then the one is honor the firemen of Hamilton who lost their lives saving ours. Well, the second book is actually the first book.
Oh, sorry, yes.
And what it was is that I'm legally blind, and I lost my eyesight with a series of 3 strokes. And I picked up my cell phone one day and went for a walk and started taking photographs, and I got some really interesting shots. And people started saying, "How can you get these shots when you're blind?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really blind. I can see, but I'm legally blind, right? What I see is milkiness, right? Everything is milky." And so what happened, and this eye here is black, which traditionally is blind. I have about 20% vision in this eye, and it's blurry. Anyway, I started taking the photographs, and I got some excellent shots. And I was being interviewed by the Spectator, and the cameraman from the Spec came over, and he was taking pictures of my pictures, so they would be included into the article. And I said to him, to a professional photographer, are these pictures any good? And he said, "I teach photography at the Dundurn School of Art, and I'm going to take these pictures in, tell them what they were taken on and say, up your game. And he said, you should write a book. And so I went, okay. So I put the book together, and it's visually impaired photography. It's called Viewpoints because everybody has one. It's called an opinion, and right. And but most of the wording and most of the photography is all about sight and vision, and so a lot of it is a play on words, play on sight. It's amazing how many words you say has something to do with see you later, right? Right? It all has to do with vision.
We're currently right now at a mausoleum.
Yep.
What is this mausoleum?
This is the Tuckett Mausoleum that I'm sitting in front of.
Okay.
And George Tuckett was a mayor of Hamilton, but before that he was an entrepreneur, and he rolled cigars and sold cigars. And during the Civil War, the Virginia tobacco that he was using dried up. We did not have a tobacco factory, or we didn't grow it here yet.
Right.
And so he went down to Virginia, bought up a whole bunch of tobacco, put it into a warehouse. And when the North invaded, they couldn't confiscate the tobacco because it was owned by a Canadian, right? And so he was allowed to take the tobacco back to Canada. And when he got back here, and this was in the 1860s, he had a monopoly until the war was over. So he made all sorts of money. He was the only guy that was rolling cigars with Virginia tobacco during the Civil War.
Wow.
And he made so much money that he could build his factory down on Queen Street North, and never looked back.
That's obviously one story. As you said, there's 179 more that can be told at a minimum, right?
Well, he was a mayor. The mausoleum itself is odd because it's kind of square, and it's got a kind of like a lid on the top. It looks like a humidor, and which is a tobacco humidor. So he's buried in a humidor.
Well, I bet it's intentional.
Yeah, and the architect that built this for him was James Balfour, and James Balfour was a Hamilton architect. He built Treble Hall, the old City Hall, and the Scottish Rite, and the Scottish Rite was his house.
Oh, seriously?
That was his mansion.
It was Tuckett's mansion.
Yep, Tuckett Mansion.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy. All right.
So you see
how everything goes around. He's like,
there's all these connections,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and James Balfour is on the tour, and he built my house.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
geez,
yeah.
If you'd like to hear more about the cemetery, you can come down here at 777 York Boulevard the next couple Saturdays at 11 a.m. for a tour. The next and last tour of the season is on November 13th, which will be a veterans tour. You can also find more details and info at hamiltonhistory.ca. And if you're interested in getting a copy of his books, you can contact Robin McKee via his Facebook. That's all for now. Back to you, Stephen. Before we move on to our next segment, let's take a short break. See you soon. Welcome back. October and November are some of my favorite months because the changing leaves, the brisk walks, and the autumn temperature, and now I don't feel guilty when I'm stuck inside playing video games. It's usually me and my buddies, when we're hanging out, watch films or play video games through Discord online. And because it's the spooky month of Halloween, we choose to stick with the horror theme. There's something scary or some film that's cheesy or scary. And what better marriage of horror films and horror video games than Alien Isolation? For those who don't know, Alien Isolation is a game that was developed in 2014, which is set in the universe of the film Alien, the 1979 atmospheric sci-fi horror film that stars Sigourney Weaver and follows the frightening story of a crew of space colonists who happen upon a hostile parasitic alien that silently hunts down and kills its crew members in their own ship. So, as a treat to both yourself and I figured I'd get through some of the game and play it with a friend and record it for you, for your viewing pleasure. So I contacted previous guest, close friend, and Twitch streamer James Clark, known as Fishy956 on Twitch, to join me on my quest as I get scared stupid playing this game. And, yeah, well, I guess let's, move on to it. Last time we loaded this was on Halloween.
Halloween at like midnight, like right at the end of Halloween.
So the footage got corrupted, and I'll just show a smidge of the footage, and you'll notice it's me and James talking, and we're not moving. Welcome to a Let's Play if you haven't seen one before.
Yep. Yeah, this is all I do when I stream. I just stumble around, try to make things entertaining every 5 seconds.
So we're re-recording. So I'm here, and I'm with James, who's over near.
Why, hello. How are you guys doing?
I hope they're doing great. We're doing great. As I said, thanks to James for coming on such short notice. This is great because I'm going to repeat myself. The original footage got corrupted, and it's recorded pretty much, first 2.5 hours of this game? And
we got a lot of the way through it. We were like in the middle of the game.
And so now we're at a part in the game, which is not near the beginning. But the alien's right here. If I check my radar, you'll notice the little dot. That's him. And
that is the alien.
There's the alien. And I bet if I walked out, he's somewhere up in the ceiling, because I'm in a part where the alien, first of all, is right here. And there's like a little thing that okay, so we got through the first 3.5 minutes, which is great, because we were like, oh, here comes a spooky alien. Oh, no. He's missed a lot. Still again. Gosh darn. Aliens coming for us again. At least we got the intro, so we don't have to record that. There he is.
He's coming.
He is
in here.
Well, at least we can re-record him catching me. Flashbang. I'm out. I'm so dead. Oh my god. Uh-oh.
See, I just spent all of October, the entire month, playing horror games for my stream.
Yeah.
On twitch.tv, Fishy956, shout out. And that still scared me. Like, I thought I was immune to horror games after 31 days straight of being terrified. The scariest games I could pick out, I did. And this game still like tops it in a lot of ways.
Right. So, reintroduction to this area. I need to go through to this computer. Notice, if I hold this, the alien's on a radar, and it's apparently right there. Tis not. It's in the ceiling somewhere. No, go over there, see the puma in the beginning. But if I walk through there, that gas explodes. And my person's going to swear. I don't like that. And that alerts the alien. I think the alien, they'll spawn right about here. I need to go here, and he's right here.
But after this part, actually, I don't know if it'll be relevant, but you get an item that immediately makes the game super, super easy, and that's why I think this area you're in right now, the medbay, is the most important for the game, because it's like the hardest part of the game. The alien is on full hunt mode, and you don't have that one special item that can help you through it.
Yeah, and additionally, it's also the big reveal in this cutscene right here with this lady where she's like, oh, by the way, the doctor's here, we've got a person and they're dying because we're purposefully keeping them sick and aliened up. And she's like, I just don't like this. Everyone's gonna die. And I'm gonna skip this because the alien's gonna be like, hello, I'm right here.
What, are you talking about me?
Oh, there he is. Hey, you can see him in the corner. Okay, I'm gonna go to that save point if it's accessible, because I don't want to have to do this cutscene yet again, like for a 7th time. Audience has seen 1. Yeah. James has seen like 3 times. I've seen it like 10 times.
Here for it all.
Because I think right here. Oh my god.
Yeah, and just to raise the stakes for the audiences at home, the longer you stay in an area with the alien hunting you, that is a bad time.
It's a noisemaker. Go ahead. I'm gonna die.
The longer you stay in one location, the alien will slowly figure out your exact location as it hunts you down and brings its search area smaller and smaller and smaller. So, not only is this game terrifying and you're being hunted by a really scary monster, the longer you take and the slower you go, the higher chance you have of being caught.
I figured. Well, this guy. Look at this guy go.
That tail is up and going.
Ah, darn.
Oh. Surprise!
Hello! It's me again. He is right there.
Yep.
Freaky hell.
I love this part of the game so much. It's just constant. You can see how ruthless this alien gets with its hunting.
Oh my god.
It really wants you specifically in this game.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? You saw that?
What? Yeah, oh, I saw it.
Who's that? Why is it like four? What are the?
Oh, I don't know if you've gotten to this part of the game before, but now there are androids and the alien. The alien does not care about the androids. The androids do not care about the alien, but they both care about you. So if you get into an altercation with either one, they all hear it and they all come to give you a big hug.
Oh joy. He's just right on top of me.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was. Oh god! Darn!
Yep. Throw it. Get him all top. Go, go.
I'm so dead.
Oh no, you're down.
Son of a gun.
Oh yeah, go to the cooler. There you go. Get some drinks.
Get a nice cold brew. Oh, there she is.
Yep, there is the target zero or ground zero.
Yep. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in here for way too long. It's
Oh, the androids.
No. I've got it. There's the meds. Found you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness.
But the music does not sound great.
No, the music's really stringing up those violins. They're just like, strike the band. Ah!
That's okay. The ethanol will help you.
Oh!
Oh, that's a bad time. That's a bad time. Yep. I'd be using something. Whatever you want to use.
Oh, it's right
it was
away.
Leaving. Yeah, now it'll be coming back. The music is just dreadful.
Where's the save file? Let me save. Oh.
Where's the phone? I gotta make a call.
Mom, I want to go home.
Oh, it's on the other wall, I think, over there. That's right, you have time. The noisemaker's gonna keep it busy. See the wall across from you?
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I would sprint if it. I think you're.
God! Ah!
Well, he wants you to play the loading screen.
Oh, he does. He just. Oh, I hate this screen. The stupid Puma here again. Hey there. Hello. Hello there, Puma. I don't like you either. I don't like you, and you don't like me. Oh, I like you. Oh, it could be a platonic relationship or something like that. And now I know
what I want to know is.
Wait. Oh my God. Hey there.
Man, there's the caveman.
There's the caveman.
It's going well. You're
Yeah.
almost at the room you need to be at.
Yes, and
I
now
would go to the phone immediately.
yeah, so we don't have to do that again. Ripley, believe it or not, there's a man who stuffed 3 hamburgers in his mouth. Whoa, wow, crazy, Samuels. I'm dying though. Can you help me? Don't worry.
I found this fish aquarium up here. You should check out my Ripley's aquarium.
I'm in Niagara Falls, actually, Ripley. We escaped this foul place to go back to Niagara Falls.
What do you need to know today?
What do you need to know today? Ooh.
Wait.
He's choking on something. He's choking on the milk.
He's choking on the milk, yes.
How fast can you do this while he's choking on the milk? He's an expert gamer, everybody.
Oh no. I'm testing his patience. Hello.
Oh, hello. He wants to get on the webcam. Let me on your show.
I mean, put me on.
Ripley, did you get killed again?
Did the alien kill you, Ripley? That's really cringy, Ripley. Wasting my time, Ripley. Oh man, another Twitch audience member. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you not entertain me at every point in time, Ripley? Oh my God, Samuels, I
You're
can't.
not entertaining.
You know, you can't try to keep it up, Ripley. I watched Markiplier, and he's much funnier than you are, Ripley. Oh my God.
Markiplier talks every 0.2 seconds. There is no dead space, no dead air.
There's no death. Exit. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good sign. It teleports into the vent.
He would. He
Yep.
just keeps doing that, and I hate it. I hate
A new
it.
loading zone means that the alien sometimes just pops in here.
Oh no! Stop! It's a cutscene. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is probably a real thing.
Yeah. You get a good look at the alien. It's really, really good looking.
Whoa! It's a big explosion.
Yeah, this is a really cool part to show.
Yeah.
This is the best part.
Yeah, right. Because the intro, like, it's slow and it's for TV, it's like this is what you're gonna get into. That's right. I'm advertising for Sega. They really need my help. I don't know where I'm escaping. You know what? Nuts. Run to it. Run. Oh, there we go. There's a place.
Yeah, I think you just leave. Yeah.
This guy's got a really bad molar. Hee. Oh my God, where do I go? Oh, heavens to Betsy. I don't like this.
And you've got that effects where it's like all like doubled up, so like it would look like crap on TV.
Where do I go?
They make it this big intense moment, and it just what is going on there?
I clipped through my own body.
Oh, you died? Oh my God. Not expecting that.
Ah, back here.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, I think that'll probably just be it. Thanks for coming on, James. Appreciate you taking the time, especially a busy schedule at short notice.
Oh, absolutely. I love hanging out with you. I love the show.
Yeah.
Always happy to be here. Once again, if you want to see some more of my pretty face, but not his pretty face. No, if you want to see some more, you can find me on Twitch.tv.
Yep.
And my username once again is Fishy956. That's normal Fishy. That's FISHY. No space 956. So thank you guys once again for having me.
I'll put a link and a picture of your channel right here now, and
Thank you.
think I'll just throw it back to you, Steven. Well, thank you, past Steven, for playing through that at that time. That was certainly pretty spooky, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue playing. We'll see what I'm feeling up for. Anyway, thanks so much for watching Hammer D20. I hope you enjoyed this episode so far. I will be seeing you in 2 weeks. Next episode will be a feature on the Hamilton Film Festival, so I'll be getting some exclusive interviews with some of the directors or the people working on some of the films, and do some reviews on the films that I've since watched during the film festival. If you're interested in that, well, check back in a couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you later.